So in the previous video, we ended up doing Cerakote to the headlights, but we want to do one better. What we want to do is replace these dinosaurs with a LED. I'm Sean.
I'm Jill.
And this is 151 Garage. In a previous video, we ended up doing a headlight restoration for this using the Cerakote. Now, that is absolutely wonderful, but like I said, I wanted to replace the halogen bulb with something a little brighter. Now, the weird thing about this headlight is the regular headlight, the low beam, is LED. The high beam is that. I have no idea why, or I didn't know they did that. I thought it was all going to be all one or all the other, but we're going to fix that today. We have N60 LED headlight bulbs for the high beams as well as the fog lights. Now these are actually pretty neat. We'll open these up and we'll show you what they are inside the garage as well as install them in the fog light. The reason the fog light's out right now is, one, I had to Cerakote it and it's hard to do it when it's countersunk in, as well as show you just how these work, because there isn't any room behind that or behind this to show you how they go together or how they fit in the slots and what you need to do. So we ended up taking that out to do not only the restoration, but to install these N60 bulbs. So we'll go ahead and head inside and show you at the table. Now that we're inside, we're going to go ahead and go through actually what's in the box. Now these are the ones for the fog lights, the ones that will go behind here. On their site, they have a list of what everything takes, and it's very easy to do. These actually take the H11, which it has a bunch of different mounting features or mounting styles. So you have H8, H9, H11, and H16. So inside the box, you have, very nicely packaged, by the way. By the way, I do have to say, anything from NovSight comes really well packaged. Yeah, it is not just thrown in a box, fumbling around. It is very nice. So you get instructions, keychain, basically zip ties, and a piece of double-sided tape. That way you can tape the box up, and I'll show you here in just a second. I will go ahead and pull one bulb out, set everything else aside. Now this right here is the LED. This is the box, and then all this, as well as the connector itself. Now the box basically changes your halogen to LED. It's kind of like a capacitor of some sort. Now, I don't want to open it up because I don't want to damage it. I don't know exactly what's in it, and I won't go into that because I do not know that. The thing is, with this, you want to make sure the light actually fits this way. So what I mean this way is, the light is shining horizontal, not vertical. So you don't want it pointing up like this in the bulb. You want it pointing this way. So as easy as it is, find the bulb, put it in there, and twist it just like your regular bulb as soon as you find it. Let's see. Let me get it on there. So there you go. So as you can see, right now, the bulb is actually pointing straight up. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. So you could turn it. If it doesn't fit, you have the ability to turn the bulb to wherever you need to. Right now, it's actually perfect, so I won't move it. The nice thing about this is it gives you mounting options, because you can zip tie this whole thing to here, or double-sided tape, which I'll end up using a double-sided tape and maybe a zip tie as well to secure the whole thing on there. And we'll show you here in just a second what I did. Okay, So we went ahead and just used the double-sided tape, this right here. We chose not to use the zip ties because they're just going to get in the way of everything else. Now, when we go do that, we will zip tie the other plug out of the way. That way it's not hitting anything inside. Now, if you look, it does have a little fan in the background. When we get it installed, I'll try to get a picture of it to show you guys rather than, I can't show you here, so I really can't show you anything that's going on with the light itself. But it's ready to go in. It's pretty simple. I mean, so far, pretty simple. We'll go ahead and install it and we'll show you afterwards. You don't need to see the install because it's going to be different for every vehicle. So, see you there. Okay, now that we have this in, we have the light bulb in, we have everything wired up, put back together, we're going to change the high beam. Now the low beam is LED, while the high beam is your halogen light. Now we're going to replace it with this right here. So this will be a lot better. Put this away. Okay, first things first. Come over here. Now, when you guys try to put this in, you may have a little bit of an issue. Depending on your light itself, there are 3 screws holding the bezel in. Come down here. There are 3 screws. See, I get my finger in there. In this bezel right here, you may have to loosen that up. And once you get that undone, you can put the bulb in and then tighten the 3 screws back up. So we'll go ahead and do that real quick. Now there is a way to do it. Obviously, you have 2 big slots and a small slot right here. It's easy to see on the inside of this. Push it in, turn it. I did have to loosen up the 3 screws. I will tighten these back up real quick. Last thing, connect it. And then the final thing is basically just secure this somehow, whether you zip tie it to something or do the double-sided tape. I have to figure out where I'm gonna put it, where it's not gonna get banged up and not just dangle. So we'll be right back. First thing we did is went ahead and zip tied it. I'll show you the location where we zip tied it at. Now granted, we have this already connected and we have it zip tied under here. It's kind of out of the way. I do have a panel that goes over this. I will cut this zip tie in a little bit. The biggest thing is, if you look in the inside, this light is facing the right way. So it's not sitting like this. It is sitting this way right here. So it is shining the light to the horizontal rather than vertical. So we'll go ahead and close the hood, turn it off. We'll turn the light on and see exactly how bright it is, considering that one's halogen. So right there is the fog light and the low beam. Right here I have the fog light and the low beam. Again, that is still the regular one that was in there. Go to high beam. There's your high beam. And there's your high beam. Oh my God, that hurts looking straight into it. There's your high beam. Wow. Okay. First off, NovSight. Can't say anything bad about them. They're absolutely wonderful to deal with. Their products are absolutely wonderful.
Very well packaged.
Yeah, very well packaged. Their packaging is by far some of the best packaging I've ever seen.
And their products are very good quality. I mean, they are so good.
Now, I do have these on the Forerunner for the high beams and the fog lights. I do have a set of 6-inch halo lights on my Bronco. I do have the light bar that's a dual function light bar, has the amber and white light for the top, and I do have a set of 4.5-inch halo lights for my Bronco as well. We'll get into that video later. I have to figure out exactly how to mount them because there's not a place to mount them where I want to mount them. So we'll get into that at a later date.
We know exactly where we want to put them. It's just
building the bracket that actually makes it work for us.
Yeah.
Now, if you guys see anything on their website, lighting product wise, 20% off using the code 151. I'll link it down below. I'll also put it at the bottom of the screen, as well as all the stuff we did, products we bought from them, and where to buy them at, basically, at their website, all the information for them. Again, they're absolutely wonderful. I can't wait to drive this. Now, we are gonna go ahead and finish the other side with the Cerakote refinishing, as well as install the other lights. I am gonna get some night shots of this, and we'll link that at the end of the video right after this. But right now, it's absolutely wonderful. So, okay. Anything else?
No, but I highly recommend you get yourself some NovSight lights. They are awesome.
We like them.
Absolutely love
we're
them.
definitely going to get more of them.
Oh yeah.
We're just waiting to see what else we can fit on this and her Bronco. So, okay. Hope to see you next video.
Bye.
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 Mix and match blues throughout the project. That's how you show people you're an expert, am I right?
Okay, to show you the difference on the door, that right there is what I've been driving with. If you guys can't see it, there you go. So if you haven't, so this is what I've been driving with. Fog light is on, believe it or not. Here is NovSight's light. That is so bright. Man, that's good. So let's go ahead and turn on the high beams again. That's what I've been driving with. That is what I'll be driving with from now on. Now granted, I do have to finish this side over here. Okay, so everyone wants to know, that is the halogen light. That's what that one right there is. This is a LED from NovSight. That's kick-ass. And that's just the fog light. So, as you can see, the difference. Now let's go ahead and do the high beams. That right there is the high beam for the halogen. That is the high beam for NovSight. That is a huge difference. So it doesn't even matter if I cover this up. It doesn't really do anything. This, oh my God. How did I drive to work without that? That is awesome. Okay, well, hope you liked the video. Turn it back. Jeez. That's a huge difference. Okay, so I gotta finish that side. Okay, bye.